Adrenaline rush now. Adrenaline rush now. Adrenaline rush now. Adrenaline rush, come on! So what you wanna do? Get another kilo. You wanna sweat it, but you ain't got no flow. I'm on your TV, kicking up your radio. I'm on your video, mashing up your disco. You know when I come down, I come rough. I need no permission cause I'm in the right position now. You know when I come down, I come rough. So feel the vibe of the adrenaline rush now. Adrenaline rush now. Adrenaline rush now. Adrenaline rush now. Adrenaline rush. You know you can't get enough of the adrenaline rush.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's AAW President James Grace, and I am joined once again by my broadcast colleague, Mr. Ben Mitchell.
Glad you got the Mister in there this time, James Grace, and it is an absolute honour to be here calling episode 3 of All Action Wrestling TV, coming to you through YouTube.
I mean, we've had an amazing couple of weeks. The first 2 episodes of AAW TV were unbelievable. I mean, how about presenting Rob Van Dam in the very first week? And then we had a World Championship change hands last week. We got a new World Champion in Wayne the Maniac Matty. And guess what? We're going to keep the ball rolling because the very first match for episode 3 is going to be the Women's Championship match.
Absolutely, and right here, for the first time, we are rebirthing the Women's Championship, and we have 2 tremendous competitors to do that right here.
Yes, you watch this and admire. There's not going to be a lot of talking necessary for this contest, because while you've got an unbelievable athlete in Alexis Lee standing in the ring, you are looking at quite possibly the most beautiful woman in the world, and dangerous between the ropes, it's Katie Forbes.
Well, I don't know about you, but I'm a taken man, so I'm going to plead the 5th here and just sit back, let the action do the talking for itself.
Oh, you're trying to drop me in trouble there, aren't you? I can see what your game is. You know what? I would say that Katie Forbes has gotten quite a few members of our male audience in trouble as well. So we'll see how she fares here. Obviously, like you said, the rebirth of the AAW Women's Championship. And you know what? This is AAW. We have a long history of women's competitors, and this really is the first high-profile match we've had for about 5 years. Women's wrestling really prevalent again, globally, and we're proud to be a part of that now here at All Action Wrestling as well.
Definitely, these ladies work so hard. You know, they look great, but they fight hard. And you know what? I think we're going to see a heck of a contest right now between Katie Forbes and Alexis Lee.
So let's talk about it a little bit. Maybe people are seeing us for the first time here in episode 3 for AAW TV. Yes, this is for the Women's Championship. Alexis Lee, to your right of screen, she is from Singapore, another Singapore sensation, one of the great partnerships that AAW has been able to develop. And across the ring, as we mentioned, the stunningly beautiful Katie Forbes from the United States. This woman has an incredible background. She's, like you can see right there from that beautiful side headlock takeover, she's got the skills to back it up. This girl has done tours of Japan, she's worked for Stardom Promotion, she really is an unbelievable athlete.
Yes, indeed she is, and I think we're going to see that athleticism on display right here. Look at the way she bridging that headstand out of that headlock, and now she's got Alexis Lee all wrapped up here. Not a bad spot to be though.
Yeah, I mean, if it's the first time that you've seen either of these women, obviously you take this match on face value. Alexis, the smaller challenger here. We can see Katie Forbes with a bit more experience, but from what I know of Alexis Lee, she is tenacious. And you can see that right there, going for the cover. She's trying to end this one pretty quickly. Alexis Lee's not going to give up on you. She's one of those wrestlers where she's overcome size and expectation her whole career. So can she do the same here? This is a high-profile match for her in front of a big crowd.
Absolutely, and it's great to see them both taking it seriously. They both want to be the first women's champion that we've had in quite some time here at All Action Wrestling.
Yeah, and you can hear a women's wrestling chant coming from our audience. They appreciate this too. This is one of the only places in all of Australia that you're going to see high caliber women's wrestling. So we're really proud to bring it to you here on AAW TV. Oh, there you go. She didn't come here for that. Oh, I don't think Alexis Lee really cares. She seems to be chasing her down outside the ring. Alexis Lee doesn't seem to mind whether it's going to be inside or outside the ropes.
Yeah, these women willing to scrap and claw their way to championship glory, but Alexis Lee doesn't want to let Katie get away too quickly. She knows the longer she lets Katie outside the ring, the more time she's going to have to recover, and recover she has, throwing Alexis Lee into those steel steps, those unforgiving steel steps.
You know, I was just about to say, we're talking about a vacant championship here. No, she doesn't have it there. We're talking about a vacant championship, which means that a countout doesn't really favour either lady. We want to see a winner here. We want to see a new champion crowned.
Yeah, surely the referee will show a little bit of leniency here, and he'll realise the gravity of the situation as well, and fingers crossed this match won't end that way.
Well, we can see Katie Forbes really putting Alexis Lee to work, not letting the referee dictate to her how she's going to run this match. Oh, and there's some of that wonderful athleticism we talked about a little bit earlier, the handspring into the back elbow. Katie Forbes seems to be setting up. And that must be one of the most requested moves at the training academy. Come on, Mitchell, I know you'd love to take one.
Anyway, these two girls going at it.
In all seriousness, seriously effective. The hip attack there from Katie Forbes seriously would have rattled, as those chops would as well, but seriously would have rattled Alexis Lee. So it's good to see her be able to come back from such a hip attack and mount some offense here.
Oh, and there's using her hips on her own, Alexis Lee there. Using her speed to good use.
Beautiful running clothesline. You can see Katie Forbes there. She's showing what she's training for. You see how she turned over from her stomach there? Absorbs the impact of the clothesline, but to avoid being pinned, she rolls to her stomach to keep those shoulders off the mat. Remember, like we just said, this is for a vacant championship, so the only way to win is by pinfall or submission. Oh!
Both of these girls telegraphing each other's moves.
Big kick to the sternum right there. Katie Forbes queuing up. Beautiful scissors kick, and that might just be it. I can see a 3 count coming. Doesn't get the job done though.
I'm surprised that didn't finish it. Katie Forbes there with the long legs. That scissor kick should have plenty of momentum coming behind it, and we've seen that move finish off plenty of people in the past.
And I think one of the things we're kind of making light of this situation here, but Katie Forbes seriously underestimated in the world of women's professional wrestling, perhaps because of her unbelievable looks. It's a serious point to make. This girl has serious talent, and you might just see her in other federations around the world.
Definitely, and not just talent, but as we mentioned before, her athleticism, but she's also got a bit of a mean streak to her, although Alexis there's demonstrating a mean streak on her own.
Doesn't matter how mean your streak is, 2 knees and a spear might just do you off. Is that the end? That's it!
New women's champion!
Unbelievable, fantastic. What a win there for Alexis Lee. We have ourselves a new AAW Women's Champion. Look at her expression. You can see just how much this means to the young Singapore competitor. Katie Forbes have nothing taken away from her there. It was a great match. Unbelievable.
Absolutely. And perhaps, she thought she was in a better place than she was when she rolled out of the ring and threw Alexis Lee into those steps, but Alexis finding a way to overcome the odds, and look, there's the new title belt.
Yeah, that's right. Like we said, the heritage of the Australian Women's Championship now in the hands of Alexis Lee. The official word about to come from that moron in a tie, Josh Black.
I want to be the first person to congratulate you on being a new All Action Wrestling Women's Champion. Congratulations, and it looks like these fans are really appreciative of the effort you guys
Let go of their hand, Josh.
But soak this moment in because you are the new Women's Champion.
That guy in the jacket.
Seriously, props given to her, an amazing contest.
AAW Women's Division, what an amazing match that was. Congratulations again, Alexis. Definitely well deserved.
Hang on, who the hell is that? In the background. She is a monstrous woman. Hold on. Spine buster. She's got her eyes on Forbes. Surely not another one. Jeez. Another spine buster there from this monstrous woman holding the championship high above her head. Surely staking a silent claim to the championship. Well, we said this was the rebirth of the women's division. It looks like people have taken notice because Alexis Lee, she looks like she's got someone waiting in the wings. Who was that woman?
I have no idea, but I'm sure we'll find out soon enough.
Guys, we're going to have to start to shift gears here because we've got so much more to come. Right next, we've got the K9s Open Tag Team Challenge. Our AAW Tag Team Champions. We're going to join them in the ring right now, find out who's going to answer the challenge. Now, Mitchell, don't forget, last week these guys got involved in the main event when world champion now, Wayne the Main Matty, was in trouble. The Western Kingdom laid the boots. And who came out? The K9s.
Absolutely. You know, Maniac and Killer having a heck of a match. Maniac looked like he had the match won. And unfortunately, the Western Kingdom decided to get themselves involved. So the Perth K9s, Dane and Odin, came out. They made the save, and they put the match back on even playing fields.
And I know you've been on sabbatical for a little while, Mr. Mitchell, but I got to tell you, these two are enormous fan favourites. They burst onto the scene in the tag team division and became champions in short fashion. You know, that's one of the most difficult things to do, is to stake your claim and win the championship in such a short period of time. Looks like they're going to take the mic here. We'll see who is going to answer the challenge.
Getting the crowd behind them, as you say.
That's all right. Hey, welcome to the doghouse.
Indeed, it has been the doghouse for the last few months.
All right, Josh.
Poor choice in friends, though.
So, ladies and gentlemen, an open challenge tonight. We debuted here in January. Very quickly got the belts. Haven't seen Marshall for a while. And no Tully. We got short shoulders.
Running through their list of contenders so far.
He sometimes does. Only sometimes. Don't know call him.
You can see them playing around with the crowd.
What are you looking at? Does he look like anyone you might have seen on the movies?
What's going on here? They're having a little bit of fun at the expense of our referee, Stu.
Vin Diesel.
Vin Diesel.
Get that man
You know?
So tonight we open an open challenge to everybody out the back that thinks they can take our belts.
Well, we know there's a long list of challengers waiting. But it's just a case of who's going to step up to the plate tonight.
We've talked about the importance of having championship gold in AAW no matter what the championship. Who's going to stand up and take it tonight?
Yeah, and you're talking about something with it's one of the most prestigious championships in AAW in all of Australia. These newly minted AAW Tag Team Championships. Of course, they came back in 2012 when we saw that classic contest between the Shark and Target and Paul London and Brian Kendrick. So we've seen some amazing... Oh, hang on. Someone's taking up the challenge, Mitchell. Who's these two guys?
Your guess is as good as mine. These guys dressed all in black. Looks like they're wearing balaclavas.
This gives me a bad feeling, Mitchell. These guys are dangerous.
I feel like they're not bringing a tea party in that bag either.
And I can see that the K9s joking around seems to have stopped as well. These guys look like they mean... This crowd's all over these guys already.
If I was Dan and Odin, I'd be pretty nervous right now.
Come out here.
What's in the bag?
Present.
I don't know that Dana and Odin are this stupid. Surely not. Surely not this gullible. You issue an open challenge. And now we've got 200 figures in the ring. And what the hell are they going for?
Oh, yes. Dogs can't have chocolates.
Wait a second. Oh, they've got chains. Mitchell, they've got chains. Holy hell.
Why would you turn your back on two masked men as they open a bag? Jeez, these champions might not be around too much longer.
They never claimed to be cerebral. They're called the Perth K9s, perhaps because they have the brain capacity of two dumb dogs. These guys really are just getting what they deserve. Like you said, these two masked figures are taking it to the tag team champions.
And you know what? I guess that just speaks to the character of the Perth Canines, is that they see the best in people, and that they like to think that everyone is as good-hearted as they are. But unfortunately, that's not the case, and we're going to find out who these masked figures are.
They've got that looks like one of the oh, look with a belt. One of the hooded figures there, he looks like he's got a spare turnbuckle from the ring. That thing's got hooks on either end. These two are not playing around, they're looking to do some serious damage.
But why? What do these men want with the Perth Canines? They've issued an open challenge. These guys could have come down and had the match cleanly, but for whatever reason they've got some kind of vendetta against the Canines. And he's wrapping that around his neck like a collar.
Literally choking him out. Honestly, I got a bad feeling about this. I've seen punches thrown like that, and it only comes from one man that I know of. And I hope I'm wrong, because this could go very, very dangerously. Again, Dane being choked out there as well with that buckle that I alluded to earlier. This is unbelievable. They're totally wiped out.
The referee's got to get involved there. He's just standing around. Help them out.
I mean, this isn't a match. Obviously, there's no bell has been rung. This is not a match. They were supposed to issue an open challenge, but it looks as though as these two men in masks have absolutely decimated our tag team champions, and they're not done. There's a piece of trussing there from our entranceway.
So, I mean, obviously, this is more than just about titles. This is so much more. I don't know what, but
choking him and ramming him. Yeah, I think you're right. This has to be a personal issue. This has to be a personal issue, but why? Who are these guys? I mean, who's going to stop them? It was the Canines that issued the challenge. They do only have themselves to blame here. We're not going to see officials flood the ring. We're not going to see any wrestlers come to their aid. In a way, they asked for this.
That's it. You put your neck on the line to issue an open challenge. You better be prepared, and they weren't prepared.
There you go. They're now holding the titles. They've obviously got the titles. It looks like a statement has been made here, guys. I mean, are we looking at... Who is it? He's got the hood off. The camera guy needs to get in there. Who is it? Oh my god.
It's former world champion, Killer.
Yeah. And there's his cousin, Marco Garcia. Two members of the Western Kingdom. It was as I thought, Mr. Mitchell. I mean, Killer has to be distraught after losing the World Championship last week, and now he looks to have very quickly stated his claim. There you go, the Western Kingdom cry. He looks to have stated his claim to be tag team champion. And who's going to stop them at this point? The Canines, they're flat on their back. We gotta move on. Yeah? You know what time it is?
What time is it, Grace?
It is time for the final of the first ever AAW Perth Classic. Ladies and gentlemen, we saw two unbelievable semi-final matches in the previous episodes of AAW TV, and now we're going to see two absolute legends of the game go toe-to-toe for the first time ever right here on AAW TV. You're seeing the Shark on his way to the ring, and tonight, his opponent, the whole effing show, Rob Van Dam.
Mate, I wasn't ready to do the thumbs yet, alright? Rob Van Dam, he's here, and the question is, how are these two guys faring up after their semi-finals, both in fairly hellacious matches?
Fairly, I mean, there's no denying that. These two went through absolutely grueling battles. Both men have got to be worse for wear, but in my opinion, it's got to be Van Dam at a disadvantage here. The crowd can get behind him and make all the noise they like, but we saw one of the most violent displays in Van Dam's semi-final contest against James Grace because he was busted wide open. There's no way he can be fully recovered from that.
Well, I guess time will tell as the crowd eagerly waits the arrival of Rob Van Dam.
And then, yep, there you go. You can see it already wrapped up. He's bandaged up. He's still got a smile on his face. He's going to give these guys a show no matter what, but I got to tell you, I do not have a good feeling about this for Rob Van Dam. Look at the size of that wound.
Oh, he's having fun. He's chatting with the crowd. He looks good. He looks ready.
How could he possibly be ready, Mitchell? He went through one of the most violent matches we've ever seen in his semi-final. He couldn't possibly if you were going to prepare for what is one of the biggest matches in Australian wrestling history, the first final of the Perth Classic, it could not have gone worse for Van Dam in the semi-final.
Yeah, but this isn't just any guy, Grace. This is former WWE ECW champion Rob Van Dam. The guy's been around for a heck of a long time, and we both know this guy's training regime. This guy doesn't get injured. He gets hurt, but he doesn't get injured. He knows how to recover, and I reckon if there was one guy you had to put your money on to overcome the odds right now, it's Rob Van Dam.
Well, you may just be right. You know what? I can tell you from a personal perspective, being backstage, I know the Shark really, really well. And I have to tell you that the last time that we had a former WWE champion down, the Shark took on Alberto Del Rio in the main event of Anniversary, and he fell just short. And I'm telling you right now, that loss ate him up. He never forgot it. He felt like he was representing Australian wrestling, and it was a failure to him. So I can guarantee you, he's going up against our second former WWE champion, and he's going to do anything he can to win.
From Shark Bay, Western Australia,
I'm trying to make my point over the camera here.
2 pounds, the Shark.
And you know what? Normally the roof would blow off an arena when the Shark's name is called, and you can see the popularity of Van Dam.
All the way from Battle Creek, Michigan, make some noise for your man. Here he is, Rob Van Dam.
There you go. It's pretty undeniable that he is the guy that people came to see.
That's it, and probably the guy that, before his semi-final, the crowd, and everyone probably would have expected to take out this competition, but as we've said many times now, after his brutal semi-final, he looks good, but
It's a facade. It is all for show. The bell has rung, and we're going to find out. The Shark, it was a grueling match against Marco Garcia, but it was nowhere near the brutality that we saw in Van Dam's semi-final match. And we're going to see here if that wound either will reopen or if he's still feeling the effects of it, because if he is, I can guarantee that the Shark will not hesitate to pick it apart. Beautiful nipple. Got wrist control now on Van Dam, and there goes that bandage. We're going to see it straight away. There goes, the wound is exposed. We're just seconds in. Yeah, cautious. So you can see straight away his demeanor changes. Again, the fact they can chant ECW all they like. It is amazing to see Van Dam in an AAW ring, but he is hurting. He is hurting.
Let me ask about that. Hey, should I keep going?
Pretty resounding yes to keep going there. I mean, you've seen the Shark in a lot of matches. What do you think it's going to take for him to power through here and win?
Well, Shark's going to have to pull out every trick in his arsenal, I think. The Shark, he's got a lot in his playbook, and you know what, unfortunately, I've been on the end of a few of Shark's moves as well. He's tried to have his way with me a few different times, and, he has succeeded every now and then, but...
Doesn't everyone that tries to have their way with you?
Yeah, well, poor choice of words there, but not as easy as it sounds. In any case, the Shark has got a lot of moves in his arsenal. This is a guy, he's a student of the game. He works so...
Hang on. Oh! That was a double pin, surely. Who had control there?
Not too sure both men's shoulders were down. Another sign of respect there. But as I was saying, the Shark is a student of the game. He loves wrestling. He watches it, he lives it, he breathes it. And he's studying, he's always training to be better. Unfortunately, his haircut's not any better, but he works so hard, and this is the guy. If there's anyone in AAW that can take it to Rob Van Dam, then maybe the Shark is that guy.
He has a long resume of facing guys of Van Dam's caliber, perhaps none bigger than Van Dam, but we certainly have had a great array of international stars grace the AAW ring. And Shark, he's now had an opportunity to scout Van Dam. He saw his match against James Grace. He's been watching him since he was a child. For Van Dam, this might be the first time that he's seen the Shark up close and in person. He's got a great reputation internationally, but Van Dam, someone who travels the roads, they don't always get to scout tape. So this could be the first time Van Dam's going up against the Shark one-on-one and in person. We're going to see what each of them have.
You see these guys trying to sort of scout each other out. They're trying to work out what the best way is to go about it to find the victory.
Again, the crowd unrelenting. They're all behind Van Dam here. I personally would like to see an Australian get the victory in the first Perth Classic. I want this thing brought home. A little bit of a shortcut there taken by the Shark.
Yeah, well, you would think that given that Rob Van Dam did beat you to make it to the final here of the Perth Classic.
Let's not break the illusion. I like referring to myself in third person, okay? Beautiful arm drag exchange there between the two. Again, I put myself in the shoes of someone like Van Dam with his experience. Sometimes when you come to these places, you can underestimate them. You've never seen them before in person. Here we go. And he's pulling out unbelievable technical skills like this. You can get pushed to your limit by someone that perhaps you underestimate. That's when you get caught off guard. That's when you lose matches.
And we see there Van Dam with 3 attempts.
We're going again.
Attempt.
1, 2. Van Dam's serious. Okay, I was wrong. He does not underestimate him. He's taking this seriously now. You can see the exchange of pins there and that big kick. Van Dam, he's finding his zone now.
And I think for the first time, the Shark realizes that this might be his greatest challenge to date.
Yeah, I mean, we talked about that wound perhaps being a disadvantage. Hang on, is he going to do the same thing?
Oh, this is... Right to that exposed wound.
And that monkey flip has been Van Dam's downfall throughout this entire tournament. That wound has got to be reopened off that impact.
And how was he awareness of Shark? He knew, he obviously watched your match with him earlier. He knew that that's somewhere that he could sort of capitalise on Van Dam. He's not entirely in control as he moves his way through the air.
Yeah, it's open up. Hey, look, the Shark's made a career off stealing my stuff, okay? Don't you worry about that. But you can see that it's worked here. It's been effective. You can already see blood coming from that wound.
And that blood trickled down into the eye and it will affect Van Dam's vision. It'll make it really difficult for him to continue this match.
Oh, I thought he was checking on him there, but he got a swift kick to the gut, and he's going to continue that assault. You know what? I have been fortunate enough never to be split open in a match, but I can tell you that when Van Dam was split open and that blood was pouring on me, it actually had an effect on me as well. It's a weird sensation to have the blood, either of yourself or of an opponent, impede you in a match. It's hot, it's thick liquid, it's going to get in your eyes, and it's going to impede your vision, like you said, and it's also going to suck a lot of energy out of you. Oh! Christ, that kick's got to hurt. See Van Dam's legs buckle there? That could be it. Seriously. Massive kick. Shark needs to maintain this offense because he can finish this off right here. He's got Van Dam literally on the ropes.
You see Sharky just trying to keep a hold of Van Dam, not give him any time to breathe, to recover.
Ooh, shot to the kidney. Again, he's going to be trying to suck breath at this point. Van Dam's going to be shocked to be worried about that wound, so it's smart of the Shark to try and take out the breath, the kidneys, the lungs with these big forearm shots. Again, Van Dam is going to be weary. Tighten back though. No one questioned this guy's heart. And it shows you exactly what it means to be the first ever Perth Classic champion here. To win this inaugural tournament, what these guys have put themselves through so far in this tournament is unbelievable. Oh, Christ almighty!
Just like that, Rob Van Dam is back in the game.
Back in the game? That's game over! Look at his face! The Shark is out cold right there. I can 100% guarantee that kid is KO'd.
Shark would have absolutely no idea where he is right now.
I can't believe he's up.
Trying to stand.
Oh, and that clothesline won't help, and neither will that. Van Dam senses that kick found the mark.
Talk to me, Grace. You've been in similar situations before when you've been knocked out. What's it like you trying to get back in the match? What's it like?
I mean, there is no way really to recover. If you are legitimately KO'd, you have no chance of getting back in that match. It looks like the Shark is going to fight his way through, but I'm telling you right now, oh, a bit of a receipt, and again for the kick. Beautiful T-bone suplex. Keep an eye. You see him grabbing his head there. Watch his eye. Watch his cheek. If that starts to swell, if that starts to bruise, then even if he's on his feet right now, it's going to come back to cost him. Shark needs to finish this right away, and he's going to try and do that with a DDT!
Well, the difficulty now is Van Dam's foot seems to be under the rope. Oh.
Yeah, there you go. Great call. And that might be... See, Van Dam, he bought that time. He bought that time. Falling out of the DDT in the way that he did, it may have been fortunate, it may have been planned, but that split second was enough for him to kick out.
And thankfully our referee was right on top of that, spotting that Van Dam's feet under the ropes, of course. You cannot get the 3 count while the feet are under or in contact with the ropes.
I would love to get a shot of the Shark's face right now. I really want to see how that face is turning out.
He's gone. He is absolutely out.
That is it. I don't care how it was looking before. I'm pretty sure that facial features have been rearranged right now. He's gone. That surely is it.
Van Dam gets him out of the
cover. Hang on.
He's not going straight for the cover. He's going for it.
We know what this is. We know what this is. Shark's got no way to move. He is out cold.
Frog splash!
He got every one of those 5 stars. Here's the cover. It's all over. What a match! Unbelievable contest there. I mean, that was a great showing for the Shark, but I'm telling you, man, he is knocked out cold KO. The ref could have called that a knockout victory, but Van Dam, being the whole effing show, he treated those fans to the 5-star frog splash. And there's the announcement.
Take nothing away from the Shark. He put up a hell of a fight, but Rob Van Dam is our first ever winner of the Perth Classic.
You can see the trophy about to be awarded to Van Dam there in the ring. Guys, I don't know how much time we've got left right here on AAW TV, but you can see the mutual respect that Van Dam now has for the Shark. Are these two gonna... Yeah. You'd expect nothing less. The Shark, a true champion of the sport. Van Dam, he can respect talent. He went through those unbelievable classics with Jerry Lynn back in 1999. He's gone toe-to-toe with Jeff Hardy, The Undertaker, Kurt Angle, Brock Lesnar. You can't name someone that Van Dam hasn't gone toe-to-toe with and earned every single bit of their respect. And I believe the Shark has done the same there for Van Dam.
Thank you. Wow. Look at this.
And I'm pretty impressed with the trophy there. I'll tell you what, I mean, we've had an absolute treat right here on AAW TV, but how about these fans live?
These fans absolutely loving the action that they've seen. Now Colin, who's found a jacket, looks like he's got something he wants to say.
Oh, teasing the fans there. Hey, look, guys, before we hear from Rob Van Dam, we're going to have the No Limits Championship next week. Make sure you keep tuning in, right?
Oh, absolutely.
What all of you came here for. And this is what I came here for.
Well, there you go. It's showing you exactly what it means to be the first Perth Classic winner.
It's been a successful venture for Elvis. Yeah?
He's right. A successful venture for Elvis.
I'm going home with this. You're going home with memories of the whole fucking show rest of life.
There we go. That's what the fans came to see.
And none of us are going to forget this night. Now I got to find out what the obligations are with this. Do I put it up at home? Do I defend it?
There we go. A bit of a tease. Are we going to see Van Dam back?
I'm sure All Action Wrestling will let me know. In the meantime, sorry if I got any of you bloody.
Me too.
Hope you enjoyed our little visit. And you fans are fucking awesome.
Well, there we go, Rob Van Dam paying homage to these great fans. You too can be part of the audience. Just head to aawperth.com for more information on our live shows. But keep up to date on our AAW TV here on YouTube as well.
Yeah, it's been an unbelievable 3 weeks so far, and we've got so much more in store. What an amazing visual there of the whole effing show. Rob Van Dam with the Perth Classic Trophy. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to see you at the same time next week. We've got more championships, more great matches, and we cannot wait to see you all there.